Buenas a todos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo les va? Bienvenidos, seguimos con la campaña y vaya que estamos de luto. El episodio pasado, no sé si lo vieron, pero se echaron a nuestro compa el Sam. Y he estado pensando algunas cosas y creo que a partir de ahorita... Sí, lo destruyeron. Bueno, y lo que haré es que a partir de ahora voy a elegir el camino de la violencia. Creo que ha estado muy tranquilo todo. Pero ya, es hora de ponernos agresivos para poder disfrutar bien este juego. Deja a ver si nomás puedo tomar... A ver qué onda con esta niña. ¿Cómo le va? Ok, sigue en duelo, se entiende, se entiende. A ver si me puedo robar la armadura de aquí. No me acuerdo dónde está. Vámonos. Entonces tenemos la misión de Keeper Aquilus. Según este compa, el que nos dijo, es un como tipo sacerdote o alguien de fe. Entonces vamos a ir con él. No sé si esté aquí. O si está aquí. Ahora, ¿podemos viajar rápidamente con él? No sé. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver.
I have something for you.
A ver.
I've been thinking a lot about my early days in Constellation lately. Got me pretty nostalgic, and I found some of Irvin's last messages to me and thought I'd listen to them again to hear his voice. It was surreal, honestly.
Reconfortantes.
So most of the messages were everyday things. Lots of excitedly written news about biodiversity and plant life.
Bueno.
But one thing stood out. In one of his messages, he mentioned this job that he took at a mine shortly before he died. He said something terrible was happening there. But the message was garbled after that. True,
A ver, sí.
but this was different.
La comunicación es
I
la mejor
recognized
en el
this pattern from
espacio.
the war. A portion of the message was encrypted. Well, Vasco helped me decipher it. Turns out the message was from Irvin, and he was begging me to help him.
Uy, qué
The
gacho.
message was short, but his voice was pained. He was so upset.
Damn. Eso debió haber sido difícil de escuchar.
Yes. Hearing his voice in so much pain was very difficult. Oh, I wish I had noticed this message when he sent it. So in this message, Irvin said he was being framed. He said they'll do it again. He asked if Constellation could send more help.
Y les valió. Who's they? Frame for what? Frame por...
Not exactly
okay.
sure, but he mentioned a court case. So I think there's a paper trail.
Paper trail. Oh, ok. ¿Quiénes son ellos?
His former employers at some job he took before he died.
Ok.
I think it was a mining company.
A ver,
No,
¿no lo
I
notaste
just
antes?
thought it was garbled. I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know.
Se te valió madre. Everyone's dead.
It is, but I was thinking about it and, well, it's still wrong, right? So I figured, hey, I can do some sort of a remote investigation. There's gotta be a paper trail. Now, I happen to have a trustworthy contact who knows a bit about law and owes me a favor. I'd need to pay in advance in case there are any access fees or bribes.
Ay, 2,500. A ver, ¿qué va a
Well, he
hacer?
knows how to navigate archived and redacted legal documents, so if those documents are protected, he might have to...
Ahí te va. Vamos a dar
That works.
2,500.
I'll tell them to go ahead. You know, Hearing Irvin's voice again made me...
Doesn't make sense. Sí,
I
debe
appreciate
ser
that.
importante.
It's going to be hard to get... Hopefully poking around in old records, that's... Well, anyway. Hey,
A ver,
Captain.
dijiste
Need
que
help with
tenías
it?
algo para
I
mí.
do, actually.
Espagueti. Órale. Vamos a donde tenemos que ir ya. Focus, focus. El robotcillo no te puedo reclutar. No. Aquí están.
War memorial.
Keeper Aquilus?
We can
Can
stop
we
to pay
have a moment?
respects. If you
Oh,
like.
Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh. Well, what's on both your minds?
A ver, we think the church is going to... A ver, dejemos que Mateo explique. Sí.
Keeper, we were hoping to talk to you about unity.
You want to subject your friend here to one of our talks, Mateo? The future of humanity is always a long discussion.
No, that's not exactly what I meant. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps you should talk about this inside.
¿Este señor entrometido qué? ¿No con los ojos? Chismosa. Apúrense. Están acá.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
A ver. Anomalías, los artefactos, Starborns. Uy, a ver. ¿Por dónde empezamos? Con los artefactos.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
Really? Lecture need answers. Let's see what we have.
I think
Sabemos
I
que se
can.
trata, pero sabemos que puedes
If you're willing
ayudarnos.
to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path of discovering its meaning. There's an old
Ándale.
story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
¿Es Starborn?
I'm not
A
sure
ver.
if he was. But if what
peregrino
you're
fue
looking
un
for is
Starborn?
connected, then anything might be possible.
Puede que. A ver, la historia.
In
pues.
my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite.
¿Serán los
But
poderes que los dividían
What
los
if the
templos?
story isn't a metaphor? but a code. A way of finding the pilgrim again. Or at least his grave.
Anda, caray. Enlightenment and Baron have the other parts. A ver, la casa de la iluminación.
I think you need to talk to them about this unity pilgrim. And clearly, not just in a theological sense, as I have.
A ver, son peligrosos,
Oh yes,
¿no?
typically. But there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I've visited her a couple of times.
Es una
Hopefully,
ella.
she'll be willing to talk to you as well. And if you need directions to the enlightened, they have a branch in the well helping the poorest citizens of New Atlantis find a better life for themselves.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Ok. Pues me levanto. Entonces hay que ir a el well o al pozo. Las partes bajas de la ciudad. Vamos a ver por dónde nos podemos ir. Por acá primero. A ver si nos pueden dar algún tipo de información ellos. Me quedé si... Oh, traigo más peso. Déjame pasar unas cosas a la nave. Ya no me acuerdo qué traigo. A ver, no. Inventario. Esto está muy pesado. ¿Ya no lo puedo poner o qué? Ya no, no puede ser. Sí debería. Ah, es que no estoy lo suficientemente cerca.
Another day, another shift.
Keeper Aquilus delivered what was by all accounts a passionate and moving sermon on greed and the responsibility of man. A small gathering of Sanctum Universe faithful.
Universo. Sí, como que sí es un sacerdote acá importante el compa.
Got a moment? Let's catch up.
Ah, tu diario quieres catch up, Barret. No. No catch up. Ahora sí, vamos a dejar unas cosas. Qué pesado. ¿Qué más podemos dejar? Recursos. Todo. Frames. Todo esto, no lo necesito. Tracking sensor, no sé qué sea. Este se va. Y este también. Ariel. Ya con esto.
Every time I see that statue, I
Ya vamos primero a ver con el que capturaron aquí.
why.
¿Sí puedo pasar o no? pues yo me voy a pasar. Con permiso. Buenas, joven.
A visitor?
Ah, jovencita.
I have all the company I need.
Single only stamina I never heard.
Jokes. You come to hear about Varun. Like the guards. Like the keeper.
Sí es.
We were gonna wait for your book, but it keeps getting delayed.
The great serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Cosmic Serpents. Admiro tu
I
convicción.
don't admire it at all. I think it's concern.
The knowledge
Cállate,
of the
Barret.
great serpent sweeps away all concern. There is only his inevitable return. You wish to speak of the Keeper's pilgrim, do you not? I will tell you of him, and then you will leave. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the great serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the great serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
Ah, ¿y ya? A ver... More to your good than just killing. ¿Qué
I have
significa
heard
lo
of
de
no
Unity?
such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the great serpent casts to deceive the faithless.
O sea que es algo malo.
Strength
Además de
and
matar, ¿qué hace?
conviction show your worthiness to the great serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt. I grow tired of speaking. Leave me.
Hey, if you have time, I've been thinking about some things. Wanted to talk to you about it.
No.
Ever wonder
lo
how the Crimson
siento.
Fleet seems to be everywhere?
Lo siento, Barret.
Exploring the galaxy is hard.
A ver, hay otra cosa que quiero hacer también. El crew. Andreja. Ahorita todos están unassign. Lo vamos a poner aquí. El Adorian Fan, no. Barret también. Lo vamos a poner a Sara. Ya. Pues sí, esta me ayuda para los láseres. Sí, Barret, pero voy a ver si puedo agarrar a alguien más.
Hard work. Trust me, I know.
Ahora vamos al well, al pozo, a ver qué onda. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Por qué están corriendo? ¿Dónde matar a alguien?
Well, they don't need it now. Hey, Dusty.
Sí.
If you're ever
¿Qué pasó? ¿Pero qué pasó? Que todos corren.
If you're looking for a tracker,
Alright.
you've come to the right place. If not, well, I've got nothing.
Este es el compa.
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, we're not. Sorry. Can I help you?
Este es de espaldas.
The Unity Pilgrim in particular, if that rings any bells.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilas is describing. A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two, that.
Two. Each individual must understand how the second.
It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us.
Okay, a lo mejor hay un mensaje secreto.
Members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Okay. A ver,
Besides
algo de
what the
Unity.
keeper would say about it. Sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or
Dale.
in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning. Always
Con
happy
eso.
to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
A lo mejor lo de Unity va a ser como un lugar en donde tienes que llevar todos los artefactos y ahí es donde, pues no sé qué pueda pasar. Y ahora hay que, ok, hay que ir con este compa. ¿Por dónde era? What the fuck? ¿Por acá? Ya perdí. No, ya perdí. Mira esta doña ahí arriba. Acá.
Aren't you the one I saw running away from that crazy guy? Man,
No.
New Atlantis gets crazier by the day.
Qué chingados, ya perdí. Aquí hay un elevador. Estoy en otro lugar, nunca había entrado por aquí. Ah, órale, aquí está el tren. Con madres. Entonces sí causa dudas qué significa eso. Además de cuántos artefactos habrá. No sé si ya los encontramos todos. No llevo la cuenta de cuántos llevamos. Pero imagino que por cada uno debe de haber un poder. Y actualmente tengo 3 solamente. Llevamos más artefactos que esos. Mi señor.
Oh, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we
Supongo
thought?
que sí. Second and 2. 4 times in 120 days. Vamos a empezar
If
con
there
esta.
really is a location the pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. What else did you learn? Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. Was there anything else?
Ya es todo.
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's
Sí.
see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Ah, chiste malo. Indom. I'm naming Dum.
Yes,
Indum.
that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
Pues está extraño. Vamos a ver. Bringing everything together, just a word, need to make responsible. Hay algo más allá
But
afuera,
what
vamos
makes
a ver.
something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together.
Just like life itself.
And so you think this word unity describes a similar miracle? The processes of the universe are all in accordance with some greater intent.
Sí, correcto.
Now, I thought a miracle was something unexplainable and
Este
magical.
vato me cae mal.
But we know a hell of a lot about life and gravity. Any other miracles you want to
¿Gusta?
discuss? Like fire?
Well,
Que es gordo, Barret.
I won't keep you any longer. This is...
Got a moment? Let's catch up.
No, me caes mal.
Listen, I keep wondering if that made it harder. I've replayed those moments in my... And you need to know that you did what a leader does. And if it had been me instead of him...
It was a difficult choice.
I
Sí,
know,
es
but
imposible.
I can't help it. I don't know if you're ready to talk or if you need... But I just want you to know that it...
Gracias. You were just easier. No, tomar
I'm
el
not
tiempo
sure
para
that
la
I-
decisión. Just again, I don't know what you're looking at.
Of course. We are all... When a star goes nova, the galaxy is...
Feel nothing. What's going to happen? ¿Qué le va a pasar a Cora? Nada de
But
esto
it
debió
is
haber
happening.
pasado.
Or rather, it has. It is up to us. Sam was my buddy. He would never... Yes, though I know... You know, we're fortunate. If we're going to set...
Ay, Barret. Creo que lo voy a dejar este vato, ¿no? La verdad no... No me está agradando demasiado. Y de hecho lo voy a dejar aquí.
What's new?
Dime,
Okay.
te cuidas, mi Barret. Ahora sí. Quiero nave. C. Y voy a poner a... Bueno, ya está Andrea en la nave. Entonces vamos por... A Indum. ¿Dónde es esto? Aquí. Indum. Vamos a hacer el salto hasta allá. Listo, estamos aquí.
Star parcel freighter to unknown vessel. I
Star
have an
parcel.
urgent package, hoping for some assistance. The
A
Star
ver, eso
parcel
suena
fleet's
tricky.
got a load of these aging Deimos monsters.
built like tanks, but well past their warranty. It's gonna take hours to fix this, if we can get the engine back online at all.
¿Y qué hago? Make a ship, you're looking to make it. Vamos a ver si te doy.
Sorry, company policy is only employees are allowed on the ship. If you step foot on here, I'm out of a job. I got a hot package that's paid for expedited delivery. They'll dock my pay if it doesn't get to its destination. Star Parcel will reward you well if you can assist.
Vamos a decirle que no. Porque ahorita estamos ocupados. Pilgrim's Rest. Ah, ya hasta me lo marca aquí. Hasta con todo y coordenadas.
Looks clear. Initiating sequence.
Nomás traigo el Barret por sus habilidades. La neta. Ahorita voy a poner a Andreja que sea la que me siga. Entonces, déjame, tengo que levantar primero. Dale, dale.
Is something amiss?
Yeah?
Tú, sígueme.
Yes, you need me? I have sharpened the blade for this very...
You two go on. I have
An interesting...
Ahora sí,
You're
listo.
handling this whole captain thing pretty well.
Y aquí no sé, vamos a ponernos el trajecito. Vámonos. Ni siquiera me curé ni nada, pero no hay pedo. ¿Andreja, no vienes? Ah, me va a dejar solo. Ok. Está... ok, está algo lejos. ¿Qué tal la gravedad? No, está normal. Sí me abandonó esta señorita. Oh, ¿qué es eso? Son animales también. ¿Están muertos? Raro. Ah, caray, a ver qué pasó. Search clues for Unity. Pues aquí. Es aquí, entonces aquí era donde llegaba el vato. ¿Qué es esto? ¿No habrá gente? Parece que no. Pilgrim's Rest. Aquí hay una. Crystal my troubles. They need to work without the system need workers. Necesita manos. Bueno, X. Aquí hay una pista. Vamos a ver si encontramos más de esos libritos. Ahí viene. Robamos todo. Aquí están otros escritos. No lo voy a leer. Más créditos. Un imán. No. Nada interesante. Vamos a ver. Access the log room. Ahorita. ¿Qué más escritos? Este es el 5. A ver, llevamos el 1, el 2 y el 5. Notes. No viene nada. Vamos a accesar. Unlock personal room. Second range, you will... Uy, ok. ¿Qué es el Unity? I read my writing stories, the burden of people. Ah, no puede ser. Tengo que leer los escritos. Me lleva. A ver, vamos a empezar con el 1. Cannot show patient. Wish to left alone. Deseo que me dejen solo. Necesito manos. Together. Ahora sé lo que voy a hacer. Voy a pausar aquí esto y una vez que tenga las respuestas, pues vuelvo y ya la pongo. ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué onda? Pues ya encontré los libros. Vamos a ver si ya podemos abrir aquí la puerta. ¿Qué es el Unity? The burden on people. Las personas son necesarias, pero están locas. ¿Quién es el oponente más formidable? Yo mismo. Where does enduring content come from? In embracing, in growing, becoming better, stronger, in high school, drinking a warm bath, in stopping and embracing compassion. Uy, esto está difícil, a ver. Compasión. Sí. Has venido aquí en búsqueda del verdadero significado del Unity. It's one of final piece. Ok, si aún estás interesado en encontrarlo, deseas encontrarlo, la pieza final está en el siguiente cuarto. Encontré mi propia respuesta hace un tiempo, pero no es lo que esperaba. Espero que este camino te lleve a la verdad. Ándale. ¿Dónde está? Primero robo. Aquí está. No sé cuál es la respuesta correcta. Ah, bueno, gracias. Quizá nunca. Pero ahora estoy feliz. O bueno, estoy confortable sin saberlo. This word, this time, more time, precisely need to be. Esta vez será diferente, no será sobre mí y no tendré que correr. Tengo la oportunidad de construir algo con un significado en vez de estar a lo loco ahí intentando reparar algo. Creo que alguien más puso mi nombre. A ver, living the person. Es el final de mi camino. Tú debes encontrar su inicio. Gila 2. La isla esconde un escorpión. And the scorpion sting hides the truth. Ok, el aguijón del escorpión esconde la verdad. Eso está raro. Eso está muy fumado. Excelente. Créditos. ¿Qué más hay aquí? Puedo descansar 1 hora nomás para curarme.
Come on.
Listo. Vámonos. ¿Está en el mismo sistema? No. ¿A dónde tengo que ir, gente? Ah, es lejísimos. Pero puedo viajar hasta aquí. Bueno, pues vamos por allá. ¿Y esa nave? Ah, ¿puedo parar aquí? No sabía eso. Bueno, anyways. Estamos en Porrima y hay que ir acá. Ok, tengo que ir al Batania otra vez. Otro viaje. Y yo bajándome. Voy a chocar con esa nave.
Excuse me, what?
I'm listening.
I'm listening. ¿Por qué no viajó? Allá. Vámonos.
Yes, we're here.
Yes. Albatini. Pero no tenemos que estar aquí. Ahora sí, vamos a ir a Aquila.
Grab jump spinning down. Just look at those stars.
Llegamos a Aquila. Vamos a aterrizar. Que de hecho se me olvida subir las cosas de nivel. O sea, los atributos. Ya debo de tener varios consejos sin asignar.
If you need to harvest any organic materials, now would be the time.
Hola, está chido este planeta. Y no se muere. Listo. Ni sé si eran peligrosas, pero más vale prevenir.
Statue. Clearly some connection to the creatures in the area. What could it mean?
Hay que encontrar al escorpión. Son peligrosos, ¿verdad? Wow, ¿qué onda? ¿Están hincando o están comiendo? ¿Qué onda? Hay que encontrar al escorpión. El escorpión. Ah, yo lo encontré, ni sé qué hice. Y era la última estrella de la constelación de Escorpio. No, pues sí. ¿Y dónde es eso? Hasta acá. ¿Sí puedo viajar? Uy, sí puedo. Está bien raro que... ¿Cómo puedes viajar de un lugar a otro? Pero a otros lugares no, o sea... Ándale, ya llego aquí. ¿Qué onda con este? Time for round 2, surrender or be destroyed. ¿Qué significaba?
Did you think I couldn't have found you again? Extinguished that little spark of competition for the artifacts before it grew stronger. I wanted to see what you would do, and I haven't been disappointed.
Me está espiando este vato. ¿Qué no se llamaba Scorpion? A ver, me mandó este vato.
Now it's all starting to make sense. You should come aboard. There's another Starborn here who is very interested in meeting you.
Ándale.
I can speak for myself.
El emisario.
Constellation ship, you weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
Híjole, ¿qué onda?
Ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want.
Híjole, ¿qué hacemos? ¿Vamos? Sí, ¿no? Starborn y Starborn. She's meeting fire. A ver, pero me interesa. Yo dije que iba a ser más violento, pero me interesa ver qué onda con estos vatos. Vamos a ver. Lo que voy a hacer choco con ellos. O pude haberlos ignorado e irme al planeta, pero la neta quiero ver qué onda con esta raza. Vengo solo. Sí.
Hello. Again. You remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction.
Habla como robot.
Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
Claro. When it was to talk, you attacked us. Ustedes nos atacaron.
We did. We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We are all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
Pues él primero usó el verbo.
To warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom exactly? I say whoever can collect them should.
Yo vine a saber del
Let's
Unity.
talk about what really matters.
Estos no me están haciendo patos.
The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
Reborn?
So,
es una
I
persona.
gotta say, this part is more awkward than I thought.
Ah, caray, esa.
Hiding my face was way easier.
Sam?
I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the launch to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye, while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
Uno de ellos.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn.
¿Renaces?
It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours.
¿Qué onda? A ver, híjole, a ver, vamos a empezar con... Unity está en los templos. Ok, todos conectados. Ah, ok. A ver, ¿y por qué intentan detener gente que quiere hacerlo?
All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people planted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play.
No me iba a
You didn't
dejar,
survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was
Está
also
bien
human
fumado
once.
esto.
But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp?
Este no lo ubico. ¿Quién era? Ah, ¿es el Keeper? ¿Aquiles? ¿Keeper
You're
Aquiles?
My other self wants you to walk the path he walks, to give up, to appreciate the universe you have.
No manches, ¿qué onda con esto? Está bien fumado.
I think you should see it for yourself.
Sí, yo también.
Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
Sí, yo quiero entrar en eso. So I help one of you, we can enter the unity. O sea, pero también estos dos se traen en contra o qué? Pero a ver, si tú mataste a mi compa, carnal.
There's an infinite number of your friend out there in the multiverse. One is right over there. Besides, why fight me again when you don't have to?
Y no tengo el nivel, no tengo nada.
Between all three of us, I will give you some time to think over which approach to the unity is the one you want. Mine, or the Hunters.
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
Este vato es bien manipulador, A ver. ¿Qué pedo? O sea, aquí sí está bien canija la decisión. Pero ya tengo un buen rato grabando. Entonces ahorita lo que voy a hacer es... Vamos a poner aquí con ellos. Para la foto. Sale, entonces aquí voy a dejar este episodio. La neta está bien canijo esto. Y nos vemos en el siguiente. Bye.